Hello guys, today I want to show you how to configure and use the Blender bridge in HardCuts and also the new Instant Meshes quad Remesher. Alright, first things first, if you have a HardCuts account, you can download the HardCuts Blender bridge. It's a Blender add-on. It's a zip file that you can save anywhere on your hard disk. That's all you have to do. And in Blender, this is Blender 5, you go to Edit, Preferences, and in the Preferences dialog you go to the Add-ons tab, and from there you choose Install from disk. Then select the zip file and press this button here. Very simple. After that, the only thing that you have to add is this export path. This can be any directory on your file system. I choose one on ctemp, and the last thing that you have to add is the path to the HardCuts executable. This is used when you send a file from Blender to HardCuts, then HardCuts is opened automatically. That's all you have to do. Now when you press the N key and select HardCuts, the HardCuts panel is opened, but I will explain this in a moment. Okay, the last thing is how to configure HardCuts, also very simple. You go to File, Blender Bridge, and then select the same folder that you selected in Blender. From this point, Blender and HardCuts share the same folder for data transfer. That's it for the configuration. Now let me go to HardCuts and create something. By the way, here you can see we have meshes for the shapes and also for the objects. Very useful when you create objects that you want to print out. You can configure the visibility here in the menu. I hide it for this simple test. Okay, now let me create something in HardCuts here in a few minutes that should take a bit more time in Blender because we will make use of booleans and high poly meshes. I'll speed this up a bit because it's not the focus of this video, just that we have something that we can send to Blender, then perhaps do some sculpting and send it back to HardCuts. Okay, that's good enough for this short test. Now I rename the object, increase the resolution a bit, and then send it to Blender. Okay, I split the view. On the left side we have HardCuts and Blender on the right side. I switched to full screen, also a new feature in 0.6.22. You see in Blender we have the HardCuts panel with the button to receive the object if we send one from HardCuts, and in HardCuts I select the object that we created and press send to Blender. And in Blender I press get from HardCuts and the object is imported. Here we go. The topology of the object is pretty dense, of course. See this when I go to edit mode, a lot of vertices. Now what you can do is to go to sculpt mode, for example, and sculpt in details using brushes like scrape or the crease brush. Once you're done with that, you can also go ahead and transfer it back to HardCuts. Just click here the Send to HardCuts button, then the Import dialog in HardCuts will open up. Then you can define the target resolution, increase it perhaps a bit more, and then it will be imported to HardCuts again. Of course, I don't recommend to go back and forth, because you will lose quality of the mesh in terms of crisp edges, for example. But of course, it depends on your current modeling stage. If you're in blockout stage, it's not a big deal. Now, this is the one thing that you can do. The other thing is that you can export your mesh now in a lower poly count with a topology that is based on quads. What we did is we included the Instant Meshes application, we wrapped it. You can control it using this dialog, for example, set the number of target faces. And what you can also do is set the output destination to file or to Blender directly. This means when you export it here, let's say with a target face count of 15K, and set the destination to Blender, you can use the Blender bridge to bring it directly into Blender. Okay, the remeshing to quads is running, takes a while, and then we press get from HardCuts, and this is your mesh. And you see when we go to edit mode that this mesh has a quad topology. Okay, now why is this good for us? Well, we can go ahead now and add a multi-resolution modifier in Blender. So I do this here, I go to the modifiers and search for multi-resolution and subdivide it, let's say 2 times should be enough to get a very high poly mesh with this modifier for sculpting. Okay, I switch to the sculpt mode and again use the scrape brush to add some details, and now you can see that you can sculpt in very fine and crisp details to your mesh. Also using the crease brush to add some kind of damages here. Very nice, and now you could bake these details onto your lower resolution mesh and use this, for example, for your normal maps and stuff like that. Okay guys, I really hope you liked the video. If you like HardCuts, you can get it from our website. The link is in the description below. Here's the changelog. You see that we are very busy adding new features and fixing bugs. If you find bugs, you can report them here and also add new feature requests. Get the trial application here. You can also buy the alpha access. If you buy it now, you get the main release and the beta free of charge. Thanks for watching guys, and happy cutting.